Good morning, everybody. It's Mike Levin, and it's a rainy Tuesday morning. I guess about 8:30 a.m. Out walking the big guy, and I guess it's always popular when I'm walking the dog, drinking coffee in the rain, shooting video. That has been commented on more than once, and yeah, I always figured it was really no big deal. When I pause the video, I drink some of my coffee. Eventually it's done, and then I'm doing one less thing. I'll be going back to work full-time October 1st. I'll get as much of the project I'm working on done. So far it doesn't look like my Kickstarter is going to be fully funded, but I haven't been promoting it that hard, and I'm going to chalk it up to a positive experience. It's something I needed to do. And the project in Github, which is coming along great, I have renamed it from Gropey into Pipulate, because Gropey has something of a negative connotation, and I started out changing the name of it to Pypulate, P-Y-P-U-L-A-T-E, but that's too much of an insider thing, because only people who already know Python know that you pronounce things with a PY at the beginning for Python. Not a lot of words really start that way. But Pipulate is just one letter off of populate, and that's what you're doing. You're populating a spreadsheet in most cases, or at least you're populating a template that's set up with question marks. So I'll be finishing that. That's kind of my priority, because even after I go to work full-time, that becomes my SEO secret weapon. That becomes one of the first things that survives the migration from job experience to job experience, because everything in the past has belonged more or less to previous employers once I left them. I don't own Hittail. That got left with Connors Communications, and Tiger got left with 360i, and so now I'm moving on to my next thing. And in a lot of ways it resembles Tiger, but it has a completely different, from scratch approach. It's an entirely different code base. Part of the reason I'm doing it edit by edit in GitHub with a video accompanying each commit. I think it becomes an excellent way for people to follow along and learn a little bit of Python, and creates a complete documentation that it's all original code. And one of the great things about my new opportunity is they're going to let me work one day a week, probably out of the very same office I got for becoming an independent consultant, which plays a critical role, because the thing about SEO and technology consulting fields in general is that you got to stay sharp. Things change fast, and there's two kinds of staying sharp in Immersion. One is just reading the news, scouring over the search engine forums and the various news outlets. But then the other way is to build your own tools that interact with the actual search ecosystem and run them a lot and keep in tune. In other words, have your finger on the pulse of how things are changing. And I know SEO Moz does that a lot because of their weather forecasting stuff. Every once in a while you realize you're in a position to watch how things are changing. And I'm pretty much always in that position, so long as I get to be doing technical projects. Immersion, in the way that I do it, is kind of like what they call the flow, or getting into the zone, where you're coding. But the things I'm coding are things that live out on that ecosystem. for which I'm targeting keywords, for which I'm tracking positions, and which gets me very much in tune with what's going on. I target a few difficult keywords that are, quote, head terms. I target a whole bunch of long tail keywords. Then you develop those sites for whatever purpose. So you've got the primary purpose of the site, whatever it's trying to accomplish. And then you've got the secondary purpose of the site, which is building audience and spontaneously attracting people to the site merely by virtue of existing, i.e. SEO. And so this is the first time in my professional career where I have the amazing twofold advantage of, one, having the time to work on such things at least one day a week, and two, maintaining ownership of large portions of what I develop. Maybe not everything, maybe certain things I will keep proprietary and secret from my employer. After all, we want to practice a better kung fu than anyone else. But the large framework, the framework that I have so far called Gropey, but I have just changed to Pipulate, is mine, and I'm free and open sourcing it. So it's going to continue to be a wonderful adventure, and everybody should stay tuned in, especially on the next few videos where question mark replacement falls into place and you start to actually see what this system I'm building is. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye-bye.